Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's... If you, like, look through, like, my past several, not several, but few, live streams, you will see that, like, my internet will, like, briefly, like, flicker, like, super quickly, and that'll cause the stream to just cut off early. So I had to, start over. And people are actually watching too on the initial stream. There we go. Ah, sorry about that. Alright, we're back. Okay.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
So about this power, do you have any idea where it came from? I am very curious about this new plot line.
I can't remember if I ever mentioned... I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk.
Skirt.
She was always quiet and very mysterious.
She.
Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques.
Well, bro, I'm calling
One
it now.
time,
Skirk
I
is going to
asked
be
her why she
playable.
was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But
Huh.
what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
The whale is Child's constellation, isn't it? I think it is. But obviously, Depths of the Sea, Fontaine, big deal. I swear immediately after this... Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the video. The video is like extremely bad in terms of frame rate. It's very blurry. That's not good. When did it... Are we back? Hold on. YouTube scares me, I swear. Okay, it says we're still alive. And Child is looking normal again, so that's good. Yeah, okay, we're good. And as I was saying, obviously, Depths of the Sea, Fontaine, gonna be a big deal. As soon as this stream is over, I'm gonna be watching child lore videos.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's pretty interesting that, a child born from Snezhnaya has like very deep ties to Fontaine. Or is he? Or is he not? Yes, that's a hard word to say. Snezhnaya, Snezhnayan, whatever. It's very possible that the power inside of you is connected to your incident in the abyss. Yeah, that's another thing. We're taking the child being thrown into the abyss really casually.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
I don't know where she is.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Nah, child is just crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
What?
Okie dokie.
More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
That sounds
The
dangerous.
champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial.
But so hold on. Let's say you commit tax evasion or fraud or murder. You're saying you can just dodge court if you beat. Bro, that's a justice system,
And the
alright?
worst case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though
Yeah,
it's
that's,
rumored that
that's an
Fontaine has a
alternative.
death penalty. From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the
Clorinde,
strongest
that's how
of
you
the
pronounce
champion
her.
duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde. Huh.
Well, you know what? Chlorine sounds a lot better than how I've been pronouncing it. Chlorine.
Oh, before I forget,
A freaking chemical.
I want you to have this.
Oh. Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
You
I'm
like
just
really
worried that it
tossed
could become
that.
uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Child,
Besides,
all it did was
I
just
just
turn
need
off.
you to
It
hold
didn't
on
go
to it for a
crazy.
short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Okie dokie.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon.
I mean, that's just enthusiastic
Since we
guys.
don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Alright.
Wow!
Oh,
Who could've
next
seen
scene
that
already.
coming?
Okay.
The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Hey, don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else. That's probably an actual case file they're reading.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Never thought I'd see the day when Paimon would enjoy reading. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how long you're loitering here?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits,
Because these are real.
Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
I'm good. You already spoiled who the murderer is.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time.
That's Paimon's greatest crime, spoiling a book.
Shouldn't we be heading to the opera house to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the opera house is on Aranias, so let's go ride the aquabus.
Isn't the opera house where we're also supposed to debate or go to court with the Fossilor? They're modeled after the slim wings of crystal flies and the... Oh wait, I have autoplay on. Whoops. They say that the gentlest breeze will cause them to flap like a real crystal fly wings. To say that the wings of... Oh god, French words are so hard. But even though everyone loves chasing fads, I would say that ornaments should be chosen according to their ability to bring out our unique characters. What about... Oh. Oh.
Investing too much emotion.
Alright, let me change my party back to my normal one, my preferred one. Books. Fables of Fontaine. Storybook containing various lores and tales, most of which were not written by the author, but are compiled from ancient poems which have since been lost. The history of decline and fall of Rumeria. It said that the great scholar Puccini wrote this epic historical work concerning the ancient Rumerian I can't read or I can't talk. Civilization in the early years of the founding of Fontaine. Yes, I will read that. Are we missing the second book? Huh. Entertaining novel, quite popular in Fontaine. It tells a story about the thief, Phantom Gentleman, Phantomus Robin, and the famous detective Chesterton's first confrontation. Disclaimer, this is a work of fiction. Any similarities to persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental. I'll just go ahead and buy them all. I'll read them later. Any other books here? Oh, what does the newsstand board say? Your credible source of the unbelievable truth. The latest news, the hottest of takes, the most incredible of stories, all only in the Steambird. Our shop also sells La Gautier and other magazines and papers. Feel free to read first and then buy. Continue reading. Investigation team to hold another press conference on the origin of the explosion at the Fontaine Research Institute. Though the debris and echoes of the blast at the Fontaine Research Institute have settled, the cause of the sudden explosion remains shrouded in smoke. Rumors say that in the dead of night, terrifying echoes can be heard within the ruins. What is hidden among the shattered walls and broken columns? Is it an unknown yet strange truth, or the malicious conspiracies of lunatics? The professional investigative team adventures deep into the ruins, seeking the truth hidden behind layer upon layer of fog. But when faced with the questions posed by journalists at the press conference, the investigative team clammed up regarding any kind of detail from the report. They had only used 2 words to summarize the entire incident: unfortunate accident. What kind of truth did the unassuming words of unfortunate accident hide? What secrets did the investigation uncover that resulted in their report, that resulted in being sealed out of the public eye? Subscribe to the Steambird, and we will reveal the truth behind the explosion at the Fontaine Research Institute for you. Some more? Tavat Treasure Archive, The Lady of the Lake's Tears. Wait, Lady of the Lake. That's, is that Morgan? From King Arthur? Hold on. I'm looking this up. This is very familiar for me. Lady of the Lake. No, it's not Morgan. Wait. Yeah, no, it's not Morgan. It is Vivian or Nimue. Is an enchantress who lives in a castle beneath a lake surrounding the island of Avalon. Yeah, this is a freaking King Arthur reference. Oh, video quality's bad again. Look at that. That's great. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this Fontaine is really a combination of France and England, huh? The Lady of the Lake's Tear is a special custom timepiece designed by the owner of L'Optre, Roger Caron. I am butchering French words harshly. For none other than Lady Farina herself. The name itself, the Lady of the Lake's Tear, springs straight from the golden mouth of Lady Farina. The defining feature of this timepiece is the teardrop gemstone, so dainty and delicate that it wouldn't look out of place on a ring, and the custom-made mechanical core is specially designed by Monsieur Caron himself. The core of the Lady of the Lake's Tear is beyond the shadow of a doubt a masterpiece without parallel in Fontaine's clock technology. It is destined for a place in the history of both art and greatest collections of the future. Continue reading. Metamorphosis has French people. Why? Alright, I'm done for now. This is way too much. Let me get that waypoint over there. Never mind, it's underground. Huh. Signal is acting up again. Fun. Can I go down below here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and do this. Go continue on with the story. Is this where the thing is gonna happen? The opera? Yeah. Should be. Wait, no, maybe it's here actually. I thought it was the opera though. A large opera house situated in Arenes that also serves as a symbol of trials and judgment. The true and fantastical and the comedic and tragic find a stage here equally. Perhaps it is truly as the ancient Fontanian playwright once said, all the world's a stage and all of us merely players. I'm very confused over where the trial actually takes place.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it.
I really want to know
Looks like there's a lot of
how
people
much
standing around
the
the fountain
Genshin
up
voice
ahead.
actors struggle with the French terms.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy
Boy, oh
child.
boy, are they
We
hard.
pray.
I don't
Oh.
know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll
Lovely.
be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Quality butchered again.
I guess if
I'm
they're
sorry
our
for this.
kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
What a sweet couple.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. Oh. Oh! We're hearing voices again. Should probably get that checked out.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Vache. Have we heard that voice before? Did he just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
I tend to hear voices quite a bit. Whose voice was that just now? We heard a voice at the end of Scaramouche's interlude chapter. Was that the same voice? I don't remember. I don't think it is.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine.
Hey,
All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
Lucine.
It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
I wonder if Lucina from Fire Emblem is French origin.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did you get here?
When he asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Did he?
Right.
By the way, on that, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice is coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I wonder if Paimon would say the same thing if it was at
I
night.
might be able to tell you something that would help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's
Intense
super
emotions?
happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Huh. That's an interesting explanation. I'm not sure whether I buy it, though.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
They did.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
He did.
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
You know, I was skeptical for a good while, like prior to Fontaine's release, but I really like Lynette. She's a cool character. Offer the hydro sigils. Okay. Oh, it's just right here. That's extremely convenient. Yeah, man. Zoom all the way out. You can throw the hydro sigils you obtain across Fontaine into the Fountain of Lucine outside the Opera Epiclese to raise its level and obtain valuable rewards. Okie dokie. That's a cool animation. That's a disgusting creature. There's a speech bubble. Huh. That's interesting. How many? I have two. Wow. Okay. Got 2 wishes. What's my pity at on the standard? We are at... Okay. Are we good? Good. No longer good. Okay. So I'm just gonna not pull up my history. I'm just gonna do straight wishes. Nothing? Okay.
The world
There.
remains constant
Done.
over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
The video still looks pretty bad. It's not terrible, but it was much better earlier. But there's nothing I can do about that, so I'm sorry. What time is it, by the way? 10 o'clock? Okay. Calm down. Let me make sure... Sorry, I'm just waiting for the connection to go back down. Did the stream cut off? I'm pretty sure it cut off. No, it says it's still on. What's my signal at? 63, 47, 40, 38.
Inactivity
We're doing
serves
good.
no purpose whatsoever.
Alright. Just hold out for... Nope. Can you handle it? That's what I want to know. I'll read this in the meantime. Let it decide what it wants to do. Alright. I think we're good. I'm hungry already. Wow.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
I wonder where I've heard Nimi's voice before. It sounds vaguely familiar.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Let's see. Genshin Impact. Lenny.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have
VA.
to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats,
Damien
and here are your
Mills?
tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Wait.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh,
You
I'll
do
be right there.
Frieza?
Seems there's
Really?
an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure. Best get busy.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead,
Okay,
Lenny.
let's look here. I recognize... very few of these characters, actually. I can't believe he does Frieza. That's crazy, though. Find the voice actor. Sorry, I'm just curious about this. Bro, my connection has been ass today. That's why I was hesitant to stream today. He voices quite a few JoJo characters, interesting enough. Wait. Is this JoJo, or does it just look like JoJo? I think it just looks like JoJo, my bad. Oh, I was very confused for a sec, but then I remembered, yeah, he does voice Blade from Star Rail. That's an insane range. No way, he voiced Joe from Digimon? Actually, I can hear that a little when I really think about his voice. That's cool. What else? He voices a character in Crisis Core. That's interesting. He voiced a character in Bleach, but I never watched that. What else? Voiced the characters in Fate Grand Carnival. Never watched that myself. What else do I recognize? He voices a couple Pokemon. That's funny.
All the world holds dear.
He voiced
is
a
but
character
backdrop
in
of constant
Final
motion.
Fantasy VII?
I stand before
Really?
it, alone
Whis?
and unchanging.
Whoever that is. He voiced the characters in Monster Hunter Rise. What else? A lot less. I recognize a lot less of these roles than I thought I would. Some Pokemon. Oh, he voiced Flint? Really? Huh. Alright, my connection is being too bad for me to keep using it or to keep looking. Pretty cool here. I really like the music that plays too. Oh, this is the courtroom. This is where it all happens, man. What's up here? Same place? Yo, it's what's his name? He's just sitting in the spectator seat.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
We're extremely early. So. The eye bounce. We're just immediately suspicious of him.
Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
You're up, Paimon. Isn't that usually your job?
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, So you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
Your voice is extremely
wait,
high,
that's not
Paimon.
it. Paimon's sorry.
I'm looking up
Paimon's
that
the one who was
voice
being
actor
rude,
too.
talking under her breath
How do you
like
pronounce
that.
his name?
So
Nibrulette?
let's talk. But what should we talk about?
Ray Chase. This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in
He
the front.
voiced Roy in
Are
Engage.
you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is
He voiced Tinjin.
Paimon
That's cool.
nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudain.
What else? You voiced
It is an honor to meet you two.
clown-looking dude
I have heard
from
of your deeds
ReZero.
across Teyvat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Nervillet. God, the French actor.
Mr.
Kudos to the
Linney.
voice
I
actors for
should say
these
it is in
words,
fact an
man.
honor for
Those are
me
hard.
to see
That's
your
not easy to
performance in
do.
person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all
Relative.
chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's
Oh,
Chief
really?
Justice.
He voiced
That seat is always
Fyodor.
reserved for him. It
Fyodor
wouldn't be too much to
from
say that
Bungle
he's the
Stray
symbol of
Dogs.
justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not
There's
so
quite a few
special,
characters
really.
in Boruto.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
That's incredible. Oh, that's great.
It's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
That's so funny. I love it.
So is this what
I
things are like between the Chief
immediately
Justice
love-
and the Hydro Archon?
I immediately
All right,
love
please
Evia
wait just a moment
and
longer.
Fossilor.
I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
What else has he done? His voice like super deep, but also incredibly familiar. He voiced Vlad and Veda Proc,
Magic show before.
but that's not. Bernand! Is that what I'm thinking of? From Violin
They're
Echoes?
dimming the lights. The show must be starting. Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome,
really?
one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am
Super
the star of today's show,
Tien.
Linny. And over here is my sister,
I'm still,
Lynette,
you know,
who will be
listening to all
working
this,
as
of
my
course.
wonderful
I'm just
assistant.
also looking
Please,
at the voice
let's give
actor.
her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she looks bored.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now,
Ooh,
some
she
of you
voiced
may
Aaron
be
Cougar.
thinking,
That's
two
interesting.
vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Oh, they're
Both
giving him
Lynette and
their
myself
visions?
have removed
Yeah.
our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado,
Okay,
let the
it
show
seems-
begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you
Additional
might miss
voices.
her, but don't worry. She'll be
Yeah, an
coming right
additional
back
voice
on
in God of
stage
War?
momentarily.
Really? In what?
Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the
There isn't a lot of
spotlight soon
voices in
enough.
God of War.
Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill
perfect timing. I
is
just
making
finished,
things disappear
looking
or
at the
appear.
list.
The possibilities are endless.
Sorry if my chair makes a lot of noises, by the way. It's kind of old. How does it look smaller in the cutscene?
Huh?
Yo, I just made
But
like a
this
huge
isn't what you
connection.
came for.
I'll talk about
These
after
little
the cutscene.
tricks,
Holy
you've
shit.
seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think?
What if he got his like magic
This
stuff
one's
from
a little
Archino?
tricky.
Cause she had, you know, the black hands, witchcraft.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely.
Oh, it was just a
before
magic
your
trick.
very eyes.
Goran! Hey! It's her! It's her! Goran!
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Bro killed her.
Lynette,
Fossilor
are you
is
still
shook.
there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
She's got her clothes back. Fine, I'll admit, Fossilor is cute. That was a nice and long cutscene. I enjoyed that.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? How did they do anything? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
What a show. No wonder he's a famous magician.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation
It's
of
gonna
one
be
lucky
us.
audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey,
Paimon,
do you think this is
shut
all
up.
magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see. I'm sure we can spot how he does it.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It
Random, you
selects numbers
say?
entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then,
I don't believe
let's
you.
begin. Oh, let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations!
Oh.
You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it
Where
might
did
be a
Lynette
little
go?
cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58.
Bro, you're asking them
Just
to count for a
keep
good while.
counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like.
That
I
sounds
won't be
really
able to
loud
see
and
anything
chaotic
in the
and
pitch
annoying.
black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
I'm sure Lenny's prepared. With the whole crowd counting together, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
Bro, you're gonna lose your audience with that.
59, 58.
I stand corrected.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
That's counting for a good while, bro. I mean, it's just a minute, but still.
52?
Shut up.
Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my
Evilette.
head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, he's enjoying himself.
You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm
Garrick,
fine, I'm
shut up.
fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying
There's like a
that,
long
Lenny
pauses
doesn't seem
sometimes.
nervous
It's
at
weird.
all.
I think it's all part of the show. Maybe he's just supremely confident in his abilities. Oh, she passed out.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it come from the stage? Maybe it was just to divert our attention.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23!
Yeah, bro.
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19, 18, 17.
It seems it's not quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's alright. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown.
It's a very long countdown, bro.
There's still plenty of time.
Oh, another
Almost
animated
there
scene.
now.
Wow.
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me
Genshin is
can't
doing better
guarantee
about
I'll get
this.
it right
I'm very
the
happy
first
about
time.
that.
Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7.
Hey, slow down! Honestly.
5. 4.
You can kind of hear him.
Whoops! That doesn't count.
0.
Ta-da!
Muscle is so charming. You can hear Zach's voice. Good for him. He got to laugh. She's not there. Oh, she's dead. There is a murder in the courthouse. Oh, wait. Is she actually dead? Oh. That wasn't according to the script.
Is this part of the show?
Nah, mate.
Mr. Lenny,
You just saw
you're
a
going to
death.
use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no.
Bro, she got
Maybe this isn't
crushed.
part
That
of
was
the
kind of
show.
dark.
The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the
Both were
judgment of the
shaken.
God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
That was messed up. I was very surprised they did
Unfortunately, the
that.
person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
Wait, unfortunately the person who was in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name is Cal. Okay, so it wasn't the girl. Well, I feel extremely slightly better. Like, I mean, it's still really awful and dark, but I would have felt really bad. There's no way to say this without sounding bad. But the girl, like, before she got in the box, she, like, you know, she looked really scared and nervous. And I just would have felt horrible if, you know, like, she died right after that. That would have, oh. But the assistant, I guess, if you're working in that kind of profession, I guess you know the risks. So that makes it just extremely slightly better, but also not. I'm not
Apparently, the
helping my case
fireworks
here.
on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
That music, man, it's so good.
And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The serial disappearances case?
Bro, Vinny's getting framed.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
And to pull it off like this, In front of an audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice?
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Well, you know, it's a nice change of pace that we're not the ones getting framed for crime.
This all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
Bro, this music, I gotta look it up later.
He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We could even hear his voice. Besides,
That doesn't really mean anything, no, Paimon.
would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect at most. It's hard to believe all this happened during the show.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Huh. Fossilor doesn't really, like, she likes the spotlight, but she also doesn't do good with, you know, being put on the spot like that. It's very interesting, like, you know, she likes the attention, but if, like, you put her on the spot, like how Nicolette did, she, like, gets nervous and shy. And she sounded, like, not very confident about herself.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
Y'all are very calm for a dead body right in front of you.
Dear people, but what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Linney.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here,
What time
on
is
the
it?
grandest of stages,
It is
the Opera Epiclese.
It wasn't a
10:30.
draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Yes, I am.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Linney!
sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself.
I was really surprised too. Like, that was
I know you already
sudden
claimed that
and
you would defend me,
really
but now it's
different.
just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
I'll be honest, it's hard to say.
I understand.
You're kind of a sus person.
Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to grasp the situation. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yes, it's very strange, but there's no denying what happened.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Nice.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste,
Like meat in
Lynette.
between my teeth.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
Bro, your friend died like 10 minutes ago.
But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down. I'm used to this sort of thing.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
Paimon still has it on.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
You're not really in place to
Behind
keep
our
those
magic are
secrets.
past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Nice.
Hello, officer.
Oh, we're going straight into the next scene. We're Lenny and Lynette's attorneys.
I see.
What you
You must
need
be the
is Saul
traveler that
Goodman.
Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl
This is the
inside?
real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
We met like yesterday, but yeah, sure.
Say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
I wonder if that's an actual belief, like for investigators. But that's not always true. People can also be the most reliable evidence.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence, include collection situation, and store case-related information. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigating the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Guards investigation report. The investigation from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowell. Yeah, that's right, it's Cowell, I remember now, who was within it. It seems evident that Lenny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowell and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remains mysteries. Deceased identity. The deceased is one of Lenny's assistants named Cowell. He was well trained by all his colleagues, or he was well trusted by all his colleagues, sorry. His job was setting up and inspecting the props as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. A detective in action. Oh, we're doing this now. Okay. Examine white line. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cal weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the... what? He might have dodged the falling water tank. Case records can be opened quickly. Examine damage. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Abnormally hard? Well, it is a huge tank of water. That's going to be super heavy.
Hello there. What are you...
Oh,
Maurice?
This location has also been cordoned off because the
Oh,
magic
I just
troop
realized the
members are
glasses and the
currently
mustache
considered
is the
prime
same as Paimon is
suspects.
wearing.
The investigation team is still collecting evidence.
Oh.
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Can you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all
feel
claim
bad for
not to
her
know
then.
her. We have looked into her social
Kinda
connections.
relieved from some
Seems that she had no
stress, got
personal
more
grievances
stress.
or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Hazley is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to Wasserstrom in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in any quarrels with any members of Lenny's magic troupe. Oh, that's right. I still need to finish the rest of my Risen. Crap.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you—
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Let you see why I was saying it would be tough to make a case for Linny.
Paimon still has that on.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Alright. I wonder if you can find fossil ore up there. You know, I can't really see.
Linny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Alright.
Whoever the murderer— People needed to register and reserve—
Oh. Okay, so I'm missing one thing. There we go.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads,
oh, he's a
be
reporter.
sure to share them with me, all right?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the—
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a
Then
particularly
wouldn't the
rough
water
landing.
tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. I already looked at this. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to look at. Oh, here? The rope?
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
because we're investigating a murder, Paimon? The very top.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton. Flash cotton? Is that a thing?
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Paimon should write all this down! Let's take notes!
This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Did all that. Over there, perhaps? Nope. Bond, maybe?
These magic tricks were the stuff.
Nope, that's not it. Where else am I supposed to go? Sorry. Time is it? Almost 11? I'll be ending the stream soon. Oh, I can go out here. Okay, that changes things.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
It's
I've been
her!
keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it,
I like her
you're
theme.
not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
I like her smile.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
That's
and
a,
I, Navia,
that's a
have the
word.
honor of being its renowned president.
She's very pretty. I like the
Those who play
makeup.
by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus.
Bro, I love the
Demoiselle's
suits.
various daily needs
I want
and
one.
affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
That's true. Because the whole disappearances started, like, what, 20 years ago? And I don't know how old Lenny is, but definitely too young to have started serial kidnapping young women 20 years ago.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now! But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay then.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. From me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Luce? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
You're missing the point, Paimon. Since you already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Neato.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
Poisson.
I could see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
You need not worry
she's a
about
messy
such
lady.
things, Demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Oh, she's a rich lady. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Is there anybody up here I can go talk to? I wouldn't think so, but, you know. Nope. Okay.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit.
No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so
I'm very
sure?
curious what these things are supposed to be.
Well, because I was in charge of
I greatly
security near the
dislike them,
entrance at that
but they're
time.
also far better than
I couldn't see
R&R,
Lenny's performance
which
from here,
granted doesn't
which
take much
was
effort.
quite a shame.
But,
Just my
you know,
luck.
at least these talk normally.
But still, I did not
And I can
abandon my
understand
post,
them.
and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even a wee millizines are good at that sort of
Millizines.
thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say that you couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Alright. I want to get through this
Understood.
cutscene.
Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and
So I
making
can
notes as necessary.
finish my risen
Very
and get
good.
off.
Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry.
She laughs a lot.
Got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes,
That's
a world
behind
of
the scenes.
secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put two and two together, what do you get?
Wait, does that mean there's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Quality is crapping out again. Go figure.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even—
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
In the
That's
back
how
of the
we were
box.
able
What do
to
you mean?
coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant.
Oh.
And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins.
Oh, really?
All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every
You can
detail
tell a
you
lot of thought
revealed
was
was
put
more
into this.
amazing than the
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Alright. Can I leave now, please? No?
Whoever the murderer was.
Bro, what if... What happened if I just left? It's past 11 o'clock, dude. I need to get a snack and get ready for bed. I have work in the morning. Alright. But, hold on. Signal is bad again. There we go. Yeah. So far, the story is really good. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Game's up. Fun's over. Fate is upon you.
But as for Fontaine as a whole, I think it's very pretty. It's pretty for both the environmental side and the city itself. Load. I might just go ahead and end the stream here just because of how glitchy it's being. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Point, that was annoying. And there's been almost constantly throughout this stream the quality in video just dropping significantly, and you know that sucks. So no, sorry about that. I'll try again sometime next week. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and you have a good night or day. See ya.
Have you ever